Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hawkins Hellfire Collective. I'm Zach Grubb.
And I'm Devin Grubb.
And today we are talking about Season 3, Episode 7, The Bite.
Yes. Which now I understand why it's called that.
Yeah, the namesake of this episode doesn't come through until like the end.
Until the very end.
Yeah.
Yep. Anywho, we start off at the fun fair on the 4th of July with Robin's peeps.
Hawkins High Marching Band is missing one, and no one seems all that concerned.
No. And I don't know why, I don't remember what he said, but my first big note is Ted's a douche.
I don't think he actually said anything terrible.
I think he was complaining about going on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Or the Ferris wheel. The Ferris wheel. He was complaining about going on the Ferris wheel. Meanwhile, Mrs. Wheeler is like trying to...
She's trying so hard to have like fun family time.
Yeah. And he's just like, we're going on a Ferris wheel. Why does it have to do that?
Yeah, then they get to the top. He's like, why are we stopped? And she's like, because I paid the guy. It's fun. Look, you can see the fireworks from here.
But, like, not only that, you're on a Ferris wheel, and, like, a Ferris wheel stops to let the people off. So, like, when it goes around, you are going to stop. Anyway, like, that's just the natural occurrence of the ride, regardless.
It's one of the reasons you hate Ferris wheels, isn't it?
That's why I hate Ferris wheels, yes. But that's just, like, the normal occurrence of the ride. Now, she paid the guy to, like, keep them up there so that they had a best view of the fireworks. But, like, you're on a Ferris wheel. It's gonna stop. That's what happens.
Are we being too mean to Ted? My instinct is to say no, but I don't know.
No. Ted deserves...
Ted's awful.
Ted deserves every ounce of criticism.
Ted deserves a Demobat, or a group of Demobats to the abdomen.
Yes, he does.
So Holly points out that the trees are moving, and Mrs. Wheeler is like, "You're right, Holly. The trees are moving. It's windy." No, that's not wind.
It's the rat flyer. That's what we decided to call it.
Yeah, that's the rat flyer making its way to the cabin
because they know where she is.
Yep, and it's interesting because they were so certain that the Flayed were an army. And I think they just start to consider that, oh my god, they weren't building an army, they were building a body.
Yeah. I put building an army to stop 11 so that he can open the gates. He's trying to prep for next season.
Yes, this is like the first step of the plan that we see in season 5 season 4.
He wants to kill 11. If he kills 11, then he doesn't have any obstacle for his plan for what happens in season 4. But because he can't kill her, he doesn't kill her this season, his plan to open the gates now doesn't work, and he's got to start from new plan. Right? Is that what we decided we landed on?
The plan for opening the gates has always been the same, I think. Like, through this, he's just trying to kill 11 as prep work, so she can't stop him.
So she can't stop him. She can't, like, protect her friends. Like, no, you...
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. But he needs to, and we landed on this. This is what we landed on. Sorry, I'm rambly right now. He couldn't kill her. They couldn't kill her this season because Vecna himself wasn't doing it. Vecna himself needs to kill 11, which is why.
I would say that's like a hard rule, but I agree.
It's a hard rule, but I feel like
he's the only one powerful
He's the only
enough.
one powerful enough to do it. Exactly. And he's not doing anything himself. He's controlling, but he's himself is not doing it.
We'll see this when we get to the last episode of the season, but I'm pretty sure without Billy's sacrifice, they would have won. I don't remember exactly how that worked, but I'm pretty sure him sacrificing himself is a key step to them actually beating the Rat Flayer.
Well, we'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah.
When we watch it.
You okay there?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. I'm drinking a dirty Diet Coke, so I'm a little burpy.
Yeah.
I got a new emotional support cup.
She has many.
I have many. Because I'm a beverage goblin, if any of you have seen
the TikTok.
That TikTok. I'm not going to sing it because I don't remember the girl, her name, who did it, but it is...
Look for Beverage Goblin. Yeah. It's a bop.
It's a bop, and it is top tier, and it's so relatable. Anyway, back to the show.
So, I think we go back to Dustin and Steve and Robin.
Yep.
He says something about getting killed, and Robin goes, "We all die, my strange little child friend." And I was like, that's the funniest thing I've heard all season. Like, she's got this 1,000-mile stare and just goes, "We all die, my strange little child friend." Like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they have the bright idea to hide them in the movie theater.
Watching Back to the Future. A movie that you... I mean, like, it's probably... If you're going to watch a movie, I feel like you could do worse than Back to the Future.
But Back to the Future is new.
Yeah.
Like, it's in the movies. Like, people are seeing it for the first time.
And they have a whole conversation where Steve's not getting it, and she's like, "Yeah, his mom was
That's
trying
later
to..."
on, though.
I didn't write any notes about it. I think it's funny.
I think I did, because I might have. I don't know. But
we'll get to it, sure.
We'll get to it, because it's very much the John Mulaney joke.
They're so funny together. Like, the chemistry between those two is fantastic.
It is, and it's... I'm glad that they kept the friendship.
Yeah.
Like, for season 4, too. Because it works. They work really well together.
Yeah. But from there we get another montage scene of them, like, preparing for the rat flare, like, battening down the hatches and getting the weapons ready.
How did they have the time?
How did they have enough time to do this? It's really funny because, like, they see the thing down the street.
It's, like, close.
It's huge and it's fast and they're doing all of this prep and all I'm thinking is, there's no way.
Right, like this...
There's no way. This thing would have been here by now.
Yeah, like twice. It could have been there 2 times, 3 times in the amount of time that it's taken you to batten down your hatches. But anyway.
I think it was a mistake to show the monster in that instance. If they just saw, like, trees in the distance falling, I could suspend my disbelief.
Right, but they showed it.
It was right there. Right. It was right down the street. What, it like decided to go for a jaunty stroll when
like,
it saw them?
We're close now, so we can slow it down.
I'm going to drag this out.
I'm going to slow down now. But we see Nancy back to her natural state with a shotgun.
Yep. She's feeling good.
Mm-hmm. But then it gets to them. And something I thought was interesting is that, like, its hand looked like a Demogorgon mouth. Which I was like, oh, cool. Coming back full circle.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
To the original creatures.
So, as much... I know I said in the last episode that was my favorite monster.
Yeah, you gushed about it a little bit.
I still think that. But I will say, just, like, the amount of Resident Evil Dead Space inspiration in this monster is incredible. Like, so many tentacles and necrotic flesh just going after people. Like, this is a top-tier monster.
Yeah.
I like the small version of it better. This thing is incredible.
And then again, 11 tries to stop it, but it attacks her, like, worse this time. Lucas winds up saving her.
And Nancy. Because Nancy's firing buckshot into its mouth.
And it messes up 11's leg. Now, I have I don't quite remember how this season wraps up with, like, 11 losing her powers or whatever. But... just from the sheer amount of, like, physical toll, I guess, like,
she's pushing her limits.
She is exhausting her powers trying to fight this thing time and time and time again. So, like I said, I don't quite remember how it ends up her losing her powers, but just the sheer amount of exhaustion that she's under from fighting this thing multiple times, it's not hard to think why. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like,
because I'm pretty...
if she pushes herself to her absolute limits and just loses the ability to access
right, because, like, if I remember when we started watching season 4, when it came on and she didn't have her powers, and I was like, oh, that's right, she lost her powers. I couldn't remember how. I still don't remember how it fully plays out, but after rewatching this season, it's like, oh, well, it could just be sheer mental exhaustion from having to fight these things for 3 years in a row.
Well, it's like Brenner was saying in season 4, like, her powers aren't gone, they're just locked away.
Right. It's
like they took such a toll on her body and her mind.
That her mind is like, nope, you're not doing
off.
these. You can't do this anymore.
You weren't responsible with them.
You're going to hurt yourself. We're not doing it. We're not playing no more.
Yeah, I need to see a little more responsibility out of you, young miss. No access to the car for a week.
Right.
Murray.
This scene is fantastic.
Because it's all of my frustrations with Hopper and Joyce in the entire season just laid out with Murray giving them a verbal bitch slap. It's fantastic.
I'm pretty sure we have said this exact term. He calls Hop a man baby.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure, like, in our discussions of the show,
I think we've said man baby.
Each other, we've called him a man baby. And it's really funny that because he basically calls them out and like tells them that they need to have sex, and Alexei's like, oh, what did you tell them? And he's like, they haven't had sex yet.
and they just laugh at them. Alexei and Murray bonding is fantastic.
So I feel like that's part of why people wanted so much more from Alexei, because they saw the relationship develop that quickly between him and Murray, and there was potential there.
It would have been nice.
Another friendship.
It would have been nice if Murray had a partner.
Yeah, just somebody he's in cahoots with.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's always in cahoots with people that he doesn't necessarily willingly want to be in cahoots with. And then he wanted to be in cahoots with Alexei.
Remind me, were they in cahoots?
They were in cahoots.
They were in cahoots?
Don't we got problems?
We said cahoots a lot.
So cahoots.
Cahoots. So then we get back to Max, who knows how to treat a flush wound because she's a skateboarder.
They go to a store. Or is this when they're at the
yeah,
store
they head
already?
to the store.
Yeah, they head to the store because she's like, she needs Band-Aids or whatever, and then Max is like, no, like, I've skateboarded, we need this, and this, like, I'm gonna take care of her. Ready, break.
Yeah, get me a bowl full of cold water, I need a compress, like,
yeah.
This is how you treat a wound. Lucas and Will find fireworks.
Yeah.
Enough fireworks to strap together to make dynamite.
And Max is like turning down his idea. Like, no, we don't need that. We have 11. And
Lucas is like, 11 isn't feeling so hot.
Right.
Maybe you let me grab some M80s and we make a stick of dynamite.
So I'm going to say something right now that this kind of just popped into my brain with 11 and exhausting of her powers. I'm blaming Max. A little bit.
I think that's kind of fair. I mean, here's the thing. I agree with you. It's not done with any ill intent.
In this moment, this is somebody who's not exactly looking out for her friend as a person. She's not, you know what I mean? Like, she's like, oh, she's got these powers. She'll just do it. She's incapacitated. Like, she is physically hurt, but you're just thinking about her powers.
Right.
And how, but like, you need to be thinking of her as a whole. And that's what Mike was always thinking about. That's now what Lucas is thinking about. And she's still thinking, she'll be fine.
You also have to, I think it's fun. It's fair to say that and to think that it's right. But I think from an outside perspective, we need to take that with a grain of salt because Max has not been exposed to this as long as everyone else has.
Right. She really has only gotten to know 11 in this particular summer.
She sees 11 purely as like a badass female superhero.
Right.
She hasn't really had this moment yet where 11 is more human.
Right. Yeah, I get it. I mean, we're not
trashing
bashing Max. I love Max. And like you said, there's no malice behind it.
Yeah.
She's just, like you said, she hasn't seen her as a human yet.
She's still riding the high of like, my best friend's a superhero.
Right. Which they had in season 1, but then they witnessed, her not be able to do things, and it's like, oh no, she's just got this really cool ability. She's just like me and you.
Right. And Mike understood from the beginning, because at the beginning Mike just saw her as a scared kid.
Yeah. Which is why he wanted to, like, take her in and take her under,
because Mike was also a scared kid.
Right. They all were scared kids at that point. Their best friend was missing.
Yeah.
Steve and Robin are coming down from their high.
Wait. Before that.
Oh, before that? I missed that.
Unless I missed something. They have Mike and Elle have their little conversation where he kind of tries to say I love you.
I didn't write any of that
and
down.
He can't. And 11 keeps goading him on, and I'm like, I know that 11 is supposed to be naive. But in this moment, I don't know if it's just the way Millie Bobby Brown is playing it or what, but it really seems like she knows what he's trying to say and she's screwing with him.
Because he's not saying it and she wants him to say it because she knows what he's trying to say.
Right. And I wonder if that's how the scene was written.
Or if that was just her.
Or if that's just her interpretation of it.
Yeah, or maybe the two of them kind of riffing off of each other in that bit. Cool either way.
It's
really
a fun
cool
scene.
If it's that, though.
Yeah.
And then we go back to Steve and Robin coming down off of their truth serum high.
Yeah. Oh, and Dustin tries to call the group, and he's got the Back to the Future music playing behind him, and I'm like, this is silly.
Yeah.
They specifically made the Back to the Future audio track really loud and apparent in the background of the conversation they're having.
But they can't hear him because of his low battery. That's all they can hear is the music.
Yeah.
So they know he's at the mall, but they can't hear. Oh goodness,
honey.
They can't hear.
It's all good.
They can't hear anything else. So they track him to the mall, but they have no clue what's going on.
Yeah, I just think it's silly that, again, they're playing on these movie motifs, and with the Terminator it's oh, this is really blatant. For this, it's you're literally sitting in a movie theater with Back to the Future on and you're blaring the Back to the Future music. Yes, it's part of the scene, but also, if you know anything about audio mixing, they're literally playing that track over the dialogue. It's not background noise.
Yeah. Also, I was wrong. That's not how they find out that he's at the mall. 11 finds Dustin. After she loads up on waffles, and Lucas gives his new Pepsi commercial.
We don't even know
new Coke.
You know what? It's even more dangerous than we might think because there's no open waffle boxes in front of her. Yes, she's sitting in front of a wall of Eggos, but there's no open boxes. It doesn't look like she's refueled at all.
Yeah, they're not taking care of their friend.
She's not taking care of herself, and no one else is taking care of her.
So I think my theory of exhaustion might be accurate because she's not taking care of herself.
I mean, we'll know in a few hours.
But the C plot is at the fair. I missed that. C plot meaning Hopper and Joyce and Mary and Alexei.
Yeah. You were talking about the Steve and Robin scene where they're being silly and having that conversation about Back to the Future. Then they get sick, and all I could think was, "Come on, man, you didn't have to show me the vomit. I was eating." I get it. They're running to the bathroom. They're gonna get sick.
Yeah, they do
literally
show
the vomit.
They
and I'm
show it. That's kind of gross.
Man, I was halfway through my popcorn and M&Ms, and I'm like, I don't want this now. Come on. You gotta know some people are watching Netflix with popcorn.
With popcorn, right? We're all over the place. The thing regenerates from 11's blood.
Whoa, that's way late.
No, it's not. It's
really?
after Lucas's commercial. And then they find Dustin, and when they all go, they show where they were taking care of 11,
That's the end of the episode.
No, it's not. Where they show the bloody...
the little mound of...
Yeah, the little mound, and
the
it
mound
looks
of flesh that they pulled out of her. It,
it's
comes back to life.
Regenerating in her blood.
I forgot about that. You're right.
So,
that was cool.
Question mark. We'll see where that comes back. No, and now we're back to Steve and Robin. And
I feel like we have probably the exact same notes here. It's really a bummer for Steve. I don't know how to word this. It's a bummer for Steve that Robin is gay.
But it's not.
It's not a bummer that Robin is gay. No, it's a bummer for Steve.
Because Steve likes Robin.
Yeah, he's finally...
In a way, Steve likes Robin in a way that she can't like him back.
Right. But the incredible thing about that is that Steve is such a great guy. This is not a woe is me moment. This is an, my new best friend shared something incredibly personal with me. Mm-hmm. And now I'm gonna poke fun at her a little and show her everything's fine.
Right. Because I feel like she tells him, but I feel like she's worried.
She's
about
terrified
what his reaction is going to be. Because this was the 80s, and it wasn't like it was, you know...
Honestly, that whole scene implied to me that Robin had never told anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, even in season 4, I don't think other people know besides Steve.
Yeah.
Maybe Dustin, but that's only, like, I don't even think it's even hinted at.
No.
Like,
Dustin isn't harassing them anymore about being a couple, so I would assume she probably trusted Dustin enough.
So, but, like, she doesn't even tell Nancy in season. She's like, it's entirely platonic, and Nancy's like, yeah, whatever. Like, she still doesn't believe it, but Robin won't just tell her the truth, because Robin hasn't told many people,
and it's a more dangerous time to tell somebody that.
Right. It was the 80s. It was, you know, people were, I mean, people still aren't accepting, but people were even less accepting.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
And I love the fact that he's like, really, that girl, the one with the voice,
like a Muppet.
Like, she sounds like a Muppet, and Robin's like, yeah, you're right, she kind of does sound like a Muppet. But
that scene, everything that they go through does, but this scene in particular, I feel like really bonds them together as friends, because in that moment they're fully trusting each other.
Yeah. Like, entirely.
Yeah. I mean, especially Robin.
Yeah, because that's a dangerous ask for her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially with her understanding of who Steve was.
Right.
And, like, just coming to believe that he's not that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, it's a great scene. They are besties.
They are besties.
What do you have next?
I don't remember what caused this. I think Billy walks into the convenience store, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you said he wasn't absorbed, meaning he's not part of the.
He's not part of the rat player.
Monster. No.
I believe that's because he has the direct connection to Vecna.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think that he is a vessel that is necessary for Vecna to keep making sure that his plans go the way he wants them to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he doesn't end up absorbed like everybody else.
That makes full sense.
Cool. All right, cool. Yeah.
Theory
over. I'm done.
That makes sense. I don't really have anything to...
Episode over. See you guys later.
No, I don't really have anything to put with that. Like, that, based on everything that we have talked about with this,
mm-hmm.
That's the most plausible reason.
I think so, yeah.
You know, he was gathering people to make the thing, not to be
part of the
thing. He was there to be the
proto-flade.
The control, you know.
The maestro.
I was gonna use a different term, but then I decided not to. The puppet master to the puppet.
Oh. But it's a theme. It is a
theme. But I was trying to be good.
It's not a direct call out. You're fine.
Okay.
Anyway, poor Alexei.
Alexei won a prize. He won a big Woody Woodpecker, because that was the show that he was watching, and he enjoyed it.
But, like, here's the thing that bugs me about this entire scene. It's Murray's idea to go hang out at the fair.
I know. And he left him.
Yeah, and he leaves him to go get a corn dog.
Well, he was like, here, you play games, I'm gonna go get us some food. He had 2 corn dogs. He was holding them up.
Oh, no, I know. Just, Murray is Mr. Safety. It's very weird to me that Murray is not only like, let's go to this fair full of people where you can't speak to anybody and you're speaking Russian.
Yeah.
And not only that, but I'm going to go get us some food. You go have fun. I would not consider anything out of character for Murray 90% of the time he's on screen, because he's such a wild card. This felt out of character for Murray.
Yeah, I mean, he is the man that has, like, thousands of security cameras, like, around his property, and has a makeshift metal detector when you walk into his home to make sure that you're not bugged or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess when you put it into those terms, it is a little out of character.
It's weird that he would have allowed them to go into that fair in the first place.
To begin with.
And it's
then once they were
extra
there,
weird that he would leave him.
To let him go on his own. Right. But it's...
The Duffers have odd weaknesses in their writing. This is one of them, where a character will act completely out of character in order for the plot to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's just... It bugs me. I feel like there would have been a better way to do that. Like, if the Terminator found them at the car and they ran into the fair to get away. Right. You know?
Yeah, I mean, Alexei deserved better.
He did. He did.
He was a great character. He was only in a couple episodes, but, like, he brought a lot to the table, I feel like.
He did.
For, speaking a language that no one understands.
Also, no one notices the big guy in black with a gun?
That's what I said.
He's blatant. He's just carrying around a gun.
No one notices the Terminator dude walking around. The movie came out in 1984, and this is the summer of 85. Someone had to notice him. He's not very discreet.
No, not at all.
Like, you can't tell me that none of the people at this 4th of July fair didn't see the Terminator.
It's impossible.
The actual movie.
It's impossible, especially not with Starcourt being around.
Right. So even if they didn't have a movie in their, in the town right away, I'm sure Starcourt could have played it.
I'm just blown away that this dude is walking around in full view with, like, leather biker gloves and a handgun, and nobody is batting an eye. Like, yeah, that dude's just walking around with a handgun and a silencer, whatever.
Right. All good. It's fine. It's normal.
Yeah, normal. Yeah, this is normal for Hawkins.
Also, it's the 4th of July, so it's summer, it's hot, and he's in long pants and long sleeves too.
Was he in long sleeves?
Yes. He's covered.
I thought he had short. Well, it doesn't matter.
But
it's
still,
your point stance.
You're still sticking out. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
And then poor Joyce, because she runs into Murray, and they go to Alexei, who has already died at this point. She has had to suffer so much in 3 seasons. It's kind of not fair.
Every new friend she makes dies.
Right, it's kind of not fair. She loses her son in season 1. She loses her boyfriend in season 2. She loses her new Russian friend in season 3. And, air quotes, loses Hop in season 3. Also, like, I just... Mm-hmm. Can't Joyce catch a break?
Never.
But she kicks the mayor's ass.
She does. Before that, we get the scene with Hopper, like, taking on the Russians. And I thought it was hilarious because not a single Russian dude has trigger discipline.
Russians weren't trained to hold guns.
They weren't. Every single Russian dude has his finger in the loophole holding the trigger. And I'm like, dude.
It is not how you're supposed to hold a weapon.
Like, I'm not even a gun guy.
No.
Like, I can appreciate it. I'm not a gun dude. And I know that is the wrong way to hold a gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
You're not supposed to do that. And because we had, like, a full-on conversation, like, isn't that how, like, does that how everybody on this show does? And it's not. That's literally only how the Russians hold their guns. Because when you see anybody else on the show holding a gun, their finger is not directly on the trigger.
No, is it meant to make them more aggressive, or did they just, like, not hire people to
train them?
To train them for this season?
I don't know. Maybe that's how Russians held guns in the 80s.
I have to hope. You know what? Maybe I have to hope trigger discipline existed for everybody in the 80s, but who knows?
Who knows?
I think there'd be a lot more dead Russian soldiers get from friendly fire if there wasn't.
Their fingers were constantly on the trigger.
Yeah.
Oh my. Anyway, she kicks his ass.
Yeah, she kicks the mayor's ass.
Because it's his fault that all this is happening.
Yeah, and
it's his fault that the Russians are in Hawkins. Yeah, hey, what's up, Joyce? And she punches him in the face and then kicks him in the balls. And it's like, yeah, you go, Joyce. You go.
So the adult crew finds out that the kids are at the mall.
Yes.
And all the stories are converging.
Yes, the convergence begins. Let's all go to the mall.
Don't make me sing it again. You're going to put that earworm in my head, and I'm going to do it, and I shouldn't.
Don't do it. Don't do it. We have a conversation to be had.
So, we're back at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
The Russians have found our mall crew.
Yes.
Chasing them down.
Yes.
They're pinned down, and Elle just straight up murders some people with a car.
Mm-hmm.
Just throws a car at them, and boom, splat, brains on the ground.
Yep.
And everybody's weirdly cool with that.
Well, Robin is just like in, like, whoa, like
how did you do that?
How did you do that? Like, oh yeah, our friend has superheroes. And none of you mentioned that to me, that your friend has superpowers.
Yeah.
And Erica is really okay with
she just doesn't care.
She's just okay with murdering.
Erica's got no issue with the carnage around her. This is a small child looking at a bunch of guys' like heads get popped by a car.
10.
And she doesn't bat an eye.
Cool.
Everybody's just totally desensitized to this stuff. Even the people who didn't go through the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, these kids are way too comfortable with murder.
They kind of are. And, like, it's weird that they would be, because they're kind of like, when we find them in the first season, they seem to be fairly sheltered individuals.
This is small town America.
Yeah.
Like, they're not the kind of people who see, I'm walking down the city and there's a dead guy.
Right.
No, Hawkins wasn't that kind of town. It is now.
Yeah.
It's very odd that, like, they don't even take a second to address it.
Mm-mm. No. And then...
Yeah, they're commies, doesn't matter.
And then doesn't this go into 11 kind of has, like a spasm. Like a sensory kind of spasm kind of thing, and she ends up on the ground, and they show her leg, and there's like a...
Something moving around in there.
Moving around.
There's a lump of flesh flayer in there.
Yep. And that's how the episode ends.
With the bite. Comes back around.
There you go. That's what the episode title is.
It was a very weirdly paced episode, because they like front loaded all of the cool stuff, and then they had to deal with the Russian story.
Yeah. They needed to wrap up the Russian story before they could... Well, they didn't wrap up the Russian story, because the Russian story gets wrapped up in the last episode.
They took care of most of it.
But they took care of the big issues.
Yeah. I feel like season 2 and season 3 both suffered from some major pacing issues that are not there in seasons 1 and 4. Mm-mm. And you know what? With one, it's probably because they, came into the show knowing what they wanted to do, what they wanted out of the season, and that was that. 2 and 3, they were like building this thing up to be a larger show, and in season 4, they had the, weird, I guess, grace period of COVID.
Yeah, because they started, I remember reading this, they started filming. They filmed, like, the first episode or so in, like, February, the end of February, beginning of March of 2020. And then they all went in to, like, the cast went in to shoot more and were told, oh, we have to shut down. We'll see you in 2 weeks, to having this huge gap of time where they couldn't film, and the Duffers went back, and they that's where they like rewrote some stuff, they tweaked some things.
It really goes to show you how much better a TV show can be when they have time to really spend on the writing and like really just give it that extra time to cook.
But so that extra time was great for season 4, but I feel like everybody wants season 5 so bad, and they're just gonna...
That's exactly the point I was going to make. Like, everybody be patient. The more time they have to work on season 5, the better it's going to be.
I know. No, I know. And, like, I'm okay with that. I just don't want to be, like, 37 years old and season 5 comes out. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you're already 54. I don't know how you're going to go back in time.
I am 32.
As of this weekend.
Yes. No, but I don't know. I want to know what things are going to happen. So I'm a little impatient. It's probably I'm hoping for 2024.
I wasn't directing this at you specifically, hon, but okay.
No, I know, but I'm just saying me personally.
Yeah.
I know I have to be patient.
I really think that the reason we didn't have these pacing issues in season 4 is because they had that extra time, and I just want to make sure that season 5 has the time they need to address everything.
To wrap up this story.
Because the less time they have to write and direct this season, the more likely it is things are going to get dropped. Things
will get dropped. Things are going to fall through the cracks. And there's some things that there's some things that I'm sure we'd be okay if, it didn't get touched on. But I know there's some things that a lot of people, ourselves included.
The biggest is just will, generally speaking.
Right.
We need to know. And let's not end our episode with a huge diatribe on what we want out of season 5 and
no, because we'll get more into that when we're talking about season 4. But
but I think that's a good starting point for that conversation. Is there is too much surrounding Will and his time in the Upside Down that needs that needs to be addressed in the final season, because if it doesn't, there are major plot threads that were just left lying around.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm really excited to watch the last episode of the season.
I am too, because there was a lot that I completely forgot about.
Yeah.
Just this one. And now the biggest thing is okay, how does she wind up without her powers? How does that,
how exactly
does that? What, but yeah, I'm excited to see how this one ends up. Well, this is also the only season that this is our second rewatch. This is the only season we only watched once.
That's true. True. And I will say I am softening up to season 3 being my least favorite season. I still don't know if I would put it above the good parts of season 2, but I'm going to have a serious think about just how bad that one episode of season 2 was and how much it dragged down the entire season, and whether or not that pulls it below season 3. I'm going to have to really reflect on that when we do our season 3 wrap up.
This is still my least favorite season.
I'm weirdly coming around on it. I still hate it for all the reasons that I've always said I disliked it for, but putting it side by side by season 2, now I'm having some trouble deciding if it should really be at the bottom.
Gotcha.
I think I'm still going to come out with the same feelings.
Same feeling.
But let's see where this finale takes us.
Yeah, see where it goes. Because there's only really one thing that I remember from the finale.
Yeah, it's that Billy gets got.
I wasn't going to say it.
We know. We all know.
But I wasn't going to say it.
He gets got.
He gets got.
So, sawing off. Sawing off from the Hawkins Hellfire. Signing off from the Hawkins Hellfire Collective. This is Zach Grubb.
And Devin Grubb. Dusty Buns gets it done.